Oh, that's really grateful. There are 118 elements in the periodic table. That's really good. Oh, how are you guys? How are you teachers? How are you students? Are you fine? So I think you know me. I'm Jana Ahmed Abdul Sadiq, and really I want to talk about a very important thing, but it's in chemistry. In chemistry, really is a magic, like the magic knowledge in chemistry. I love it so much. But there are some things that confuse the people about nonmetals and metals and also periodic table. Do you know that there are 118 elements in the periodic table? Okay, that's I think you know before about it. But do you know that there are only 18 elements? I mean, like elements, but from non-metals in the periodic table. Only 18 elements, non-metals, are in the periodic table from 118 elements. That's really like very wonderful because the most elements are metals. Non-metals are 18, and there are also noble gases and other things. But let us talk in this video about two things: metals and non-metals. And I think you see in the board about general descriptions of non-metals. First thing before that, did you hear before in non-metals? What is the difference between metals, non-metals? What is the difference between them? So let us start in this video and let us know and make us more information about this too. So let us start about non-metals, that it is non-malleable and non-ductile. What means non-malleable and non-ductile? So I think you heard before about malleable and ductile because metals are malleable and they are ductile, but non-metals, they are non-malleable, they are non-ductile. And also sonorous. Non-metals are not sonorous. So what means sonorous in this sentence? What means sonorous already? So do you know that when you will like bell ring, do you know the sound of the bell ring? When it's making, when you ring it, it will make like that sound. This sound is the ringing sound. When you are making, like, for example, I give you the bell ring. When you make a bell ring, it will come that sound. Tin. But this sound only it will come for metals. Non-metals are not sonorous. They don't have the ringing sound. So there are also difference between them. Okay? The second thing, that there are non-metals dull. They are like non-lustrous and dull. But except iodine, diamond, and graphite. Okay? Except diamond, iodine, and graphite. These three are not dull, are not lustrous. Okay? The third thing, that they are soft. Non-metals, they are soft. Okay? Here, non-metals, they are soft. They are not strong. They can get easily broke. Okay? They can get easily broken. They are like, they don't have the strong things or like that. That means metals, they are strong, they can get easily broken, and that. That means metals and non-metals are really inversely. Okay, they are inversely. And also there are something. Non-metals are poor conductors in heat and electricity. But except one. What it is? It is graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity and heat and electricity. But how? And it's from non-metals, and non-metals is poor conductor heat and electricity. And because graphite is from carbon, and carbon is non-metal, and like that. So that we'll discuss on another lesson about graphites and the description of and classification, occurrence, and the uses of graphite and carbons and another things, but I will talk it in another videos. Only let us to know that the non-metals and metals. So that about the poor conductors of heat and electricity. The next thing that they can exist in solid, liquid, and gases. They can exist in solid, liquid, and gases. Okay? They can exist in solid, liquid, and gases. So, like for example, for solid, like sulfur, phosphorus, and carbon. Let us consider liquid and go for gases, like chlorine, hydrogen, fluorine, nitrogen. But what about liquid? Liquid is only one element in the state of room temperature. Like how? Only it is bromine. Okay? Bromine. Bromine only is at the room temperature in liquid, but solid, sulfur, phosphorus, carbon. Gases, chlorine, hydrogen, fluorine, nitrogen, and other things. But bromine only is the liquid at the room temperature of nonmetals. Okay? But what about mercury? It's also liquid, but at which room temperature? Of course, at metals. At metals, only the liquid at room temperature is mercury. Okay? That's about solid, liquid, and gas. But also metals, they are not exist like in liquid and gases and so on. They are only exist on liquid, which is mercury. Okay? So the next thing that non-metals can be, like for example, carbon, sulfur, oxygen, and also other things we will discuss on it, but in another video. So I hope that you are benefit from these things, and I hope that you benefit about the difference between non-metals and metals. So the next time we'll discuss about more informations about another things, and also we will continue in non-metals. So thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.